Hello everybody, this is Chromical018, and this is going to be my thoughts and recap on Fairy Tail episode 150. This is the last episode of the Infinity Clock arc. It took a while to get to this point. But, yeah, like I said before, I've been editing videos like crazy thanks to using this alternate editing style where I use a different file type. I still use MP4, obviously, but it's a different type of MP4 thing, to where the file size is smaller and the render time is a lot quicker. I assume like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, when it usually takes an hour and a half for one video. So yeah, this is going by a lot quicker. Anyway, like I said, this is the last episode. Natsu faces off against Midnight. And Midnight tries the same trick that his father did when Natsu ended up fighting him in the Arashidon Test arc, which you guys aren't going to get to see until either when I finish Fairy Tail 2014 or when I get caught up on Fairy Tail 2018. It just depends. Anyway, he tries the same trick where he tries to get wretched souls to drag him into the abyss and seal him in there for all eternity. Like last time, did not work. He broke out. And we get some backstory on Lucy and Michelle. We find that Michelle was actually a present to her from her parents. And when her mother died, essentially Lucy took it out on everybody and just couldn't handle her grief. And so she has kind of abandoned Michelle at this point. But not completely, because her father took her doll and put her in the attic and told her that one day maybe you will be able to get her back and be her little sister again once she's gotten over her mother's death, because, yeah, that was it when she was a little kid. And it turns out that Jude knew who Michelle was the entire time when Michelle was helping him out and finding out about the Infinity Clock and everything. He knew the whole time. He actually mentioned this on his deathbed, which is very sad, to say the least, because it's sad that he knew he was being used, and yet he still allowed it to happen. Or he still let it happen, I guess. He was being used, and he knew it, and he still allowed it. I guess maybe he thought that it would work out. I don't know. But, yeah. At this point, Lucy takes control of the Infinity Clock to save Natsu, and at the same time Natsu ended up breaking out. She ended up helping out Natsu by casting Real Nightmare on Midnight, making him freak out. And Natsu ends up beating the crap out of him. And we actually find out that his sacrifice was his future, apparently. I think his future with his father, I guess. I don't know what he meant. But yeah, Natsu beats the crap out of him. And sadly, even though they got rid of all the seals, Lucy's still stuck in the Infinity Clock, and essentially has become the Infinity Clock at this point. Because Natsu claims that he can smell Lucy all around him, which indicates that she's is actually the Infinity Clock. So, in order to free her from it, she has to alter the time, use the Real Nightmare, and alter the time of all the people that got cursed, that were, you know, the followers of Will Neville. I think that was what his name was. And it'll essentially use up all the magic and free her from the Infinity Clock, and scatter the Infinity Clock pieces everywhere. So she does this, and like in the actually opening, it actually happens. She actually ends up falling from the sky. Natsu catches her, or rather she lands on him. And yeah, all the bad guys are apprehended at this point, and Cobra actually runs into Cubelios, aka Kinana. But sadly their reunion is cut short by the council guy and Mest showing up. Thankfully, he helps her out by saying that, no, she's not my accomplice. She's just some random girl who thought she found her friend or whatever. Whether there's anything that comes of that, I do not know. But hopefully it will eventually. Because that seems like an interesting plot thing. Because if those two end up getting back, I don't know what to think of that, to be honest. If they start interacting with each other, will Fairy Tail be okay with it? What will happen because of it, you know? Anyway, yeah, everything ends up working out, thankfully. Which is good, because, yeah, a lot of bad stuff had happened. And Lucy ends up keeping the Michelle doll, along with I don't know if it was a smaller version of the portrait, or if it was the actual portrait that they had found in the attic. But yeah, she ends up keeping both things. And we still haven't figured out what the heck is in that box that her dad was going to send her, that last birthday present that had arrived. Because it's shown in this episode, and we don't even get to see what's in it. The Flaming Shard thinks it's possibly a Celestial Key, which it wouldn't surprise me if it was. But there's only 2 gold keys left, and we see those in the Grand Magic Games arc. So what could it be? I assume it's like a necklace or something. I don't know. I assume it is. They could have a picture of Layla in it. That would make sense. Anyway, yeah, that was my thoughts on it. The recap. If I missed anything, feel free to let me know. And I will see everybody next time.